Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Tan, checking in on day 4 of my trip. Before I say anything, I have a epic announcement of biblical proportions. Yes, on day 3, he created poo. That's right, everyone. I created poo on day 3 of my trip, finally. The only bad news was there was no toilet paper. I actually had to use a regular toilet instead of the squat toilet, but there was no toilet paper inside. But thankfully, I'm resourceful and I brought my own toiletries. So never go to Vietnam or any third world country without baby wipes. It'll save your life. But again, day 4. I'm still in the countryside. We won't be actually leaving to. It's still countryside, but it's a step up in urbanness from this place. Tomorrow afternoon, this guy's gonna send out a ferry that's gonna hold about 20 people, so it's pretty big. He's gonna pick us up, and we're gonna ferry ourselves over there. Apparently, that is the fastest way right now to get there, but it still take us about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the currents and ocean conditions. But yesterday, I went to this. What was it called again? Hong Dai Big, I think. I think it's called Hong Dai Big, and it's basically like a small little island. Um, it's just I guess. Well, one of the reasons that's really cool because on the small islands, a fisher or someone found these giant bones of some mystical fish. Turns out to be whale bones, but I guess they didn't know back then. And so they believe this whale bones to be very magical and like a deity, basically. So this whale bones actually has its own little museum. You go inside, you can actually pray to it, give it some incense, and then right next to the whale bones is like Buddha and the Guanyin statues, which is kind of funny. But hey, that's Asian culture for you. It's actually pretty cool. It's actually a very beautiful place, the island. There's just lots of like sprawling rocks, and then they made it into like a tourist attraction. The only sad thing is this little like tourist attraction slash natural wonder is tainted by communist monuments. Yes, the communist government decided to make a portion of the islands a monument to the rise of communism. There's like a giant ass statue of communist soldiers paving the way, So it's kind of funny. I mean, there's actually even a museum about communism and the movements and the rise. So if you were so inclined to learn about that stuff, they have an actual museum with artifacts and actual typewriters and maps. I think it's kind of funny. Um, and there's actually like a hotel and what else? A restaurant there too. So it's pretty cool. I like it. Besides the communist part, which is kind of comical actually. To get there was actually quite a trip. You had to go on my moped, and the moped trip itself is like an hour long. It usually would take that long, but it started raining on the way up there, so we had to stop a couple of times because it was raining pretty bad. And then we had to take off, like, we had some rain jackets, put it on, take it off, put it on, did it a couple of times. But, yeah, other than that, the ride up was pretty nice. I actually enjoyed driving or riding in the rain. It's not too often that you get to drive or ride in the rain because in Arizona, when it rains, it's either really, really cold or you don't get the chance that much. So, but the scenery was actually kind of poor. I mean, this part is actually okay, but on the way up, it just gets really, really poor, and like there's people just living in shacks by the riverside. So it was kind of, I don't know how to say, a sight to see, I guess. Uh, but what I was gonna say. Oh, speaking of biblical proportions, today I spent a little time building an ark. Yeah, that's right. A Vietnamese ark. Actually, it's not really an ark. It's just a ferry boat used to carry farming equipment. So, but working on this boat is almost like a symbolism of Vietnamese way of life here in the countryside. So we just work on it for about 5-10 minutes, and then we take a 30-minute break. And then we work another about 5-10 minutes and take another 30-minute break. And then somewhere in between, I turn around and he took off to take a nap. So that's kind of funny. But that's just the way of life here, you know. Nothing too demanding. It doesn't have to be done right away. In fact, the work doesn't not even have to be exact. I mean, he's building a boat and he's just kind of doing it by hand and really rudimentary instruments and tools. But you know, it gets the job done, and kudos for him. What else? I didn't really get to help out that much because most guys don't like other outsiders coming in and working with their tools and doing their shit. So I helped as much as I can, and then kind of just stayed back. But what else was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I actually made this video in HD. I used my other camera to record it. It was actually very long. It was like it was less long, but when I went to check it out, I totally forgot that I forgot to zoom out. So it's basically a whole video blog of my shirt and a portion of my chin talking. But it's okay. I guess you guys will have to wait for another version of me in HD. You'll have to settle for this VGA, which is not too bad, right? But what time is it? It's actually right now. It's only 4, but I've been up for 12 hours. That's the thing about here in the countryside. Is when you wake up early, it seems like I've been up forever. I've been up for almost 12 hours, and just thinking about I have another 6, 7 hours, a whole day ahead of me. It makes me very tired. Thank goodness for black coffee. But other than that, I am probably gonna check out. I will probably get some videos and a shoot of our ride up to the other countryside. So once you guys see what's up, and then a video of the ride along the way and the scenery. So, but with that, I guess I will check you guys out later. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.